Imagine waking up tomorrow, and every single bee on Earth has vanished. No buzzing, no hives, not a single bee left alive. At first, you might think, great, no more bee stings. But within just a few years, supermarkets would begin to look very different. Many of your favorite foods would become rare, expensive, or even disappear completely. So, could the disappearance of one tiny insect really change the entire world? Let's find out. Bees are among the world's most important pollinators. When a bee flies from flower to flower collecting nectar, it accidentally transfers pollen between plants. This simple process allows plants to produce fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. In fact, around 1/3 of the food humans eat depends, at least in part, on pollination by bees and other pollinators. Without bees, crops like apples, blueberries, almonds, cucumbers, pumpkins, and many others would produce much lower yields. That doesn't mean every plant would instantly disappear. Some crops, like wheat, rice, and corn, are pollinated by wind rather than insects. But many nutritious foods we rely on every day would become much harder to grow. As harvests shrink, food supplies decrease. Less supply means higher prices. Farmers might have to pollinate flowers by hand, a slow and expensive process that's already being used in some places where bee populations have declined. Eventually, many people around the world would have fewer food choices and pay much more for fresh produce. But the impact doesn't stop there. Many wild plants also depend on bees to reproduce. If these plants disappear, animals that feed on them lose an important food source. Those animals affect other species in the food chain. Over time, entire ecosystems could become unstable. A world without bees isn't just about losing honey. It's about disrupting the delicate balance of nature that supports life on Earth. Here's something that surprises many people. Bees don't actually make honey for humans. They make honey as their own food supply to survive during winter when flowers are scarce. A single worker bee produces only about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey during its entire lifetime. That's incredibly small. It takes thousands of bees working together and visiting millions of flowers just to produce one jar of honey. So the next time you see a spoonful of honey, remember, it represents the lifetime effort of countless tiny workers. Bees may be small, but their impact on our planet is enormous. Protecting bees means protecting our food, our environment, and our future. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more fascinating facts, and leave a comment answering this question. If bees disappeared, which food would you miss the most? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.